Okie dokie, hello my friends. Ruben Obed here, transmitting live from GB Music Group Studios in Dorado, Puerto Rico. I'm changing the angle here a little bit because the way I was doing it before, for some reason, I keep getting like internet issues. So now I'm gonna try it from this angle to see if this works. So it looks like it's working fine. So I'm here in the studio, as I always am. I'm a night owl and I work. But this is episode 46 of the Ruben Obed Show, and the subject is, why do people... Alright, I changed angles, guys. I'm sorry. But for some reason, when I'm in here in the studio, for some reason, I don't know if it's like the walls or the acoustic padding or whatever, but it seems to be affecting my Wi-Fi signal. But anyways, hopefully at this angle, let's see if it'll work for me. Well, anyways, going back to what I was talking about, the subject for today, episode 46, is why do people change with you all of a sudden, I don't know if it's happened to you, but it happens to me all the time. Like, for example, I'll meet somebody, and all of a sudden, and it's cool, you meet them for the first time, or not even, just people that you might just know in general. And then, all of a sudden, you notice like some kind of like vibe, like a little light hostility, and you're like, why that person talk to me like that? And nothing has happened. You haven't argued with the person. You haven't had, but all of a sudden, you get like a little hint, like, hold on, this person like answered this that I asked them like kind of hostile. It's just things that make you go. But then shortly after that, you start noticing a change in the person. And you're like, hold up. Why is this person... Seems like they have it out for me now, all of a sudden. Like, as if something had happened. And sometimes these things are inexplicable. You don't know what's going on because it's like, nothing happened. It wasn't an argument. We were cool one day and the next day there's an issue. And it's an issue that is not an issue because it's like you're trying to figure out why all of a sudden they've changed with you. And you don't know why. I don't know the answer to this. This is like an enigma. And at least with me, it's happened so very often that I've reached a point that I say to myself, is it envy? Is it somebody talking bad behind my back? Is it, jealousy? Is it, what could it be to cause a person just to like change with you all of a sudden, And it's always the same pattern. You just all of a sudden you sense like this little, and it's small. When it starts, it's small. Like you sense like a little bit of hostility from them towards you. It's little, very, it might be like, it could even be like a word or a gesture or text, that you're like, why did this person answer me this way? Were they mad? Why did he answer that way? And I don't have an answer to that. So this episode is kind of like, I would like to hear suggestions from people who are logged on. I want you guys to tell me if you've experienced this, because especially in text, like let's say you're texting, you can actually feel the hostility in certain words. And I'm not talking about something obvious. I'm not talking about somebody cursing you out or somebody that's pissed and calls you a jerk or asshole. No, not that. I'm talking about like you're talking to somebody, and then all of a sudden you sense a certain level of hostility towards you, and nothing has happened, and then subsequently you start seeing like a pattern of the same thing, and it's like a gradual change. Sometimes it happens kind of slow, and it's not something that you can confront. It's not something that you could say, yo, what the hell's your problem with me? Because it's something so subtle, you know, or maybe I'm just the one noticing it. You know what I'm saying? But you know, me personally, I am what I am. You know, I'm an open book. I'm very friendly. I'm very loving. I care about everybody. If I love a person, I love a person. If I hate you with a passion. You know, if I gotta forgive you, I'll forgive you too. You know, I don't have those issues or those inferiority complexes. You know, but I think that people, this is just my opinion, I think that people who just change with you all of a sudden, they're either either somebody's talking about you like behind your back, and they're believing it, and they're eating the cheesecake, you know. Either that, or they start to envy you for some reason. You know, could be that. Or they didn't like you to begin with, and they kind of like sucked it up a little bit because, you know, for whatever reason. But then, like, the true nature comes out of what they really feel towards you, you know. But it's something really interesting. It's really interesting. And like I said, you know, if you guys have ever experienced that, somebody just changing with you all of a sudden for no apparent reason, you know, let me know what your experiences are, you know, because I can't really think of many other reasons, you know, other than like either jealousy or envy, or the person feels that maybe, I don't know, that they feel inferior. Maybe they have an inferiority complex. You know, I mean, I could, like, for example, like I invent like a hypothesis. Let's say you got this girl, right? And let's say the girl, she's not a bad looking girl, but she makes friends with another girl that's like really good looking, you know, and they make friends, but then the girl who's less beautiful, she starts feeling like, damn, and she starts like getting a little bit hostile with the other friend, because inside she feels less than her friend every single time she's around her, you know. So then all of a sudden you get that little bit of the hostility that comes out, that little hostility, you know. But it's like, that's your friend, so you don't want to declare a war because she hasn't done anything to you. You know what I'm saying? And it's really interesting when you analyze the human psyche, because that this happens way too much, you know, way too much. And I think it has to do with inferiority. I think that if you're a person that excels in certain aspects of your life, there are other people who might feel inferior to you, and subconsciously they start to resent. The little bit of resentment starts to grow, you know. I mean, maybe it's that, you know. I don't know. I mean, I think the closest thing that I could compare this to is when we talk about racism. Me personally, I've always seen racism as an inferiority complex. You know, a lot of people, they talk about racism all the time. Oh, racist this, racist that. Oh, that guy's racist. White people are racist, racist, racist. But the truth is that if you feel that somebody's being racist against you, it's just because you have a certain level of inferiority that's affecting you. Because even if somebody's trying to be racist, if your self-esteem is high, you're gonna be like, fuck him. Who the fuck you think he is? I'm better than you. You know what I'm saying? That would be a healthy attitude. I'll be like, I don't need you. You ain't nobody. You think you ain't nobody. I'm the man here. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes doing that is hard for a lot of people, you know. So it's amazing. This is an episode that I'm just rambling about possible scenarios, but the truth is, people sometimes they just like change with you. It's like you're cool with me right now, and then all of a sudden, like you're kind of hostile, and then I'm thinking, oh, maybe that person's having a bad day, but then like it repeats itself, and then you feel it. You're like, is this person like distancing themselves from me? And then you wonder, okay, I mean, if a person wants to distance themselves from you, they can. That's cool. That's fine with that. But it'd be nice to know the reason. It would be nice just to know the reason, because it's normal. Like if somebody like from one day to the other just distance themselves from you, and there's nothing really happened. It would be nice to know. But it happens. It happens. It happens a lot. It happens a lot. Sometimes, I think this. Sometimes, when I can't find a solution to it, I say to myself, well, maybe they don't like my political affiliation, and they try to deal with it, and they can't, and then it bothers them, and they don't want to deal with me. It could be that. It could be that too, But really, it's hard for me to comprehend that too, because if somebody comes here and they tell me that they support Obama or Hillary, I don't give a shit what they support. I don't care. Whatever a person's political affiliation is, I don't care. I support my man over here, Trump. That's it. You know what I mean? And I don't want to turn this into a conversation about Trump. I'm just trying to make a point here. My point is that people just like change, and I don't know why. It's like, what did I do to you? Have I offended you? Have I stolen from you? Have I, defamed you? You know what I mean? I would like to know. I would like to know, because as any responsible person, you would like to know why a person's attitude might change towards you, so that you can address the issue. And I think that's very important, to be able to address the issue. We are human beings. We make mistakes. Sometimes things are misunderstood. So it's good, like if a person has something against you, or they all of a sudden change with you, all they gotta do is just talk straight up. Hey, look, I gotta talk to you. I heard so and so and this, and it really bothered me, and I want to know, what you got to say about that. I think that's like the most responsible way. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Because if I'm mad at somebody, oh, believe me, they're going to know exactly why I'm mad at them. They're going to know. And if I don't want to tell them, I would just tell them straight up, I don't want to deal with your punk ass anymore. I don't fucking like you. End of story. Oh, but why? No fucking reason. I don't like you no more. Point blank. That's a good excuse. Because at least you know where you're standing with that person. But people, they don't do that. They don't, they don't declare, if they want to declare themselves your enemy, then they should declare it. Look, But I don't know. I don't know why people don't do that. Life is weird, man. Life is weird. But in the end of all of this, right? The person who is at peace, like in this case, when it happens to me, I'm at peace because I'm like, I have not wronged you. If you change for no apparent reason, you got psychological issues, because I have not wronged you. How are you going to get mad at somebody who's not wronged you? You know what I'm saying? I remember this one time, right? And that's just it. Up. I don't know if it's Facebook messing my stuff up. I don't know. I'm beyond it, But like I was saying, a couple of years back, there was a person that I had on YouTube. I mean, not YouTube, on Facebook, right? And the dude started acting the same way. It's like all of a sudden, he's got this little hostility towards me. But I don't care. I don't care if you're hostile. If I haven't done nothing to you, I brush things off. So the guy one day, he writes to me on Facebook, and he asked me to do him a favor. I said, yeah, what's the favor? He said, I want you to delete yourself from my page. He wanted me to unfriend him. And I'm like, is this for real? And I'm like, why don't you just do it yourself? But I don't know, either he didn't know how to do it. The point is, and I said, did I do something to you? And he said, no, man, it's not that. And I said, all right, I just make it clear. I'm going to unfriend you and I will delete you. I got no issue with that. But I just want to make it clear that I have not done anything to you. So you're asking me to delete you from my friends list for no reason. And I deleted him. Now, to this day, I don't understand why he asked me to delete him. Because I didn't do nothing to him. And to this day, I'm still wondering, why didn't he just block me himself? It makes no damn sense. But that's the type of shit that happens to me. So now, when I walk around town, I run into the guy. He's got like this attitude, like looking up at the sky, like he has some competition with me. I don't have a competition with you. Who are you? What do you do? I mean, it's like he's got a little chip on his shoulder with me, and I haven't done shit to him. I don't know. To this day, I do not know why he acts that way every time I'm around. You could tell that he either feels like inferior to me or something. I mean, that must be a really sad existence. That must be a really, really, like, sad existence to walk around feeling like somebody else is better than you. Let me tell you, look, I'm a Puerto Rican. I'm short. I'm 5'4.5", and I'm fat. But I'm actually kind of muscular because I've been lifting weights, so if y'all have noticed, I have slimmed down a little bit, and I'm doing push-ups and just getting ready for the summer, gonna look fly, But I still eat the pizza, so. But like right now, I can have a good-looking ass dude, right? I could be amongst male runway models. And there could be some good-looking guys, but I don't feel less than them. Because it's like, all right, they might be physically, like, more attractive than me, but they don't have what I have, I know that if we're in a place, they might be pretty, but I'll make people smile, I'll engage in a conversation with whomever is there, and I will outshine the best looking guy in the crew. I will outshine him. Why? I don't know why. It's not because I'm pretty. but but that's just the shit. I think maybe I suffer. All my brothers online. What's up, Neff? But yeah, man, Neff, what we're talking about here, right? This is my brother Neftali Martinez. What we're talking about is people who all of a sudden, from one day to the other, just change with you. It's like for no reason. Like you're friends with them, and then all of a sudden, one day you notice like they talk to you with like a certain level of hostility, and then after that, you could sense that they're just hostile towards you, and nothing has happened. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with this person? So that's what the subject of tonight's show is. And if you got any idea, and what I was saying is that maybe it's jealousy, maybe it's envy, maybe the person got like low self-esteem. I don't know what the hell it is, I mean, I'm a Christian, so sometimes I might spiritualize it, and I might say, well, maybe this person's getting demon possessed and shit. Or maybe somebody's bad mouthing me and they're like eating it up and they're believing it, you know. But like I said, people got issues, man. People got issues, and this happens to me all the freaking time. Like, I'm cool with somebody, and then all of a sudden, boom, you feel it. You feel it. They change. You ask them a question, and their answer feels hostile, and they're like, why do you have to answer me like that? That's up his ass. And then you give it the benefit of the doubt. You think, well, maybe the person had a bad day and whatnot. But then they do it again. And then you see a pattern, you know. And then what happens from one day to the other, they might like just block you or delete you or you know. But it just happens too much. You know, it just happens too much. Hello, saludos, Mindy Rodriguez, which is on here watching with us. But yeah, man, I don't know what that is, you know. I would like, you know, if anybody has a suggestion, you know, if you think you know what would cause people to just like change with you for no apparent reason, you know. Like, if you're gonna put your suggestion, don't put something that, oh, because you had a fight. No, I'm just you know. Okay, look, Neftali Martinez, they say because they're a fake ass nigga. All right, let's elaborate on that point. A fake ass. All right, so that means what you're saying is that that person shows up in your life and they fake, so they try to act like they like you, right? And then, since they really don't like you, then all of a sudden the truth starts like rising up. Is that what you're trying to say? You know, that could be. That's a perfect reason. You know, just person is just a fake ass. You know. I mean, there could be many reasons. You know, or it could be like I was saying earlier. You know, that you know, they meet you and they're cool with you, and then the moment they find out you're a Trump supporter, it's like, oh shit, I didn't know that motherfucker. Pull out the cross here, man. I didn't know that. What the hell am I doing? I'm running around with the devil. Yeah, man, they'll bring out the crucifix. You know, but that's just the thing. You know, I can hang around a Democrat. I don't care. You know, if you're a Democrat and that's what you believe, that's fine. You know, as long as you don't come and step on my shoulders, you know, try to criticize what I'm doing, you know. But I'm telling you, and this is just might just be a coincidence, to be honest with you. But when I lived in the States, I really didn't have this issue. You know what I'm saying? I made friends in the States, and like the majority of my friends are from the States, you know. But when I came here to Puerto Rico, I started experiencing that. People, like, it's as if like I don't fit in here. I don't fit in, not accepted, you know. Maybe it's because of the way I look, maybe it's because of the way I speak, the way I talk. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm the type of person, if the person is good and respectful, you know, I bring them into my world. But I could safely say that nobody here in Puerto Rico has brought me into their world. You know, I don't know why. Which is cool though, you know, because I'm a loner anyway. But, you know, it's just, I don't know if it's a cultural thing. Could be, you know, but it's really strange, you know. And it's funny because I got like so many friends in the States. You know, during the storm, I had met hundreds of people talking about, hey Ruben, if you need to come over here, you can stay in my house. You and your family, everybody, you know, in the States. You know, and I appreciate everybody who offered, because a lot of people did. But, you know, I stayed my ground here in Puerto Rico, and I was safe in my house. So, you know, but I appreciate that. But it didn't happen here in Puerto Rico. Nobody, you know. So that's the type of stuff that happens, man. And that's stuff that you can't really grasp. You can't understand it. You just got to, like, accept it and keep moving forward. You know what I'm saying? Now that I said keep moving forward, it reminds me of Rocky Balboa, the last Rocky 6, which was called Rocky Balboa, the last movie. You know, and he had a very famous quote where he was talking about, he said, life is not, you know, basically, it's not, you know, don't smell like roses. Life is cruel, and it'll beat you down if you let it. And then he said, it's not about how hard you hit, it's about how hard you get hit and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done, you know. And I'm a die-hard Rocky fan. I mean, I know Rocky movies from 1 to 6. I've watched all of them. I know the freaking dialogue of all the damn movies. I know the name of each character. I know what year that shit came out. I mean, there's not one thing about the Rocky series that I do not know. You know, I'm like a Rocky, what is that? Rockyologist. We put it that way. But the reason I like them Rocky movies is because Sylvester Stallone, let me tell you, man, it's a guy with a lot of wisdom. And I can tell by his writings and his quotes and things he says. Guy has a lot of wisdom, you know, and wisdom comes from God. So I don't really know. I mean, I know that in certain points, Sylvester Stallone has denied God. In other instances, he has said that, like in his first movie, when he was young, I was watching one time the tutorials that they give at the end of the movie, and he was talking about that the first Rocky movie must have been that got done, and he said, I credit it to divine intervention. He said that in the credits on like his first movie. But then fast forward a couple of years, and I heard him in an interview, and he said he doesn't believe in divine intervention. And I said, hold up. So you know, it seems that in the process of him becoming really famous, he probably lost a little bit of faith. Then recently, I saw him on the 700 Club, and he was talking and making reference to Jesus. So I feel maybe, you know, in his path, in his life journey, he maybe lost his faith at one point and came back. I mean, that's his whole that's his life, you know. I'm not here to judge it, but I do know that he has a lot of wisdom in you know. So when you watch the Rocky movies, you listen to this man's writing, man. He knows, he makes a lot of sense, you know. But anyway, I kind of deviated from the subject here a little bit, but I really don't have an answer to the question of the topic of this video. Why do people change? Could be jealousy, could be envy, it could be whatever it is. Stay away from that toxic person. It's not good for you. Stay away from them. Whoever changes with you, for whatever reason, you stay away from them. They're toxic. They're damaging. They're not good for your soul. They could be demon possessed. They could just be an asshole. They could be jealous of you. They could be whatever. Whatever. All you can do is step away from toxic people. The farther you are from toxic people, the better you are. Because you don't want to be sniffing those toxic fumes, you know. If they're fake, if they're hypocrites, if they dislike you, step away from them. Because in the end, they're gonna hurt you. They will either hurt you socially, financially, emotionally, physically. You know, hate is of the devil. Anger, when you just mad at somebody for no freaking reason, they got the issues. They have the issue, not you. So instead of breaking your head, and I'm gonna apply that to myself, I'm just gonna step away. I feel you got a little hostile vibe against me, I'll step away. I won't answer your calls no more. You know? And then the moment the person will say, oh, how come you stepped away? That's the moment to tell them, because you started doing this and this and this and this and this. So what's the beef? You know? Just some advice, my people. You know? So, this is the end of episode 46, Ruben Obed, here transmitting live from GB Music Group in Dorado, Puerto Rico. And the subject of episode 46 was, why do people change with you all of a sudden for no reason? So, alright guys, have a good night. Peace out. God bless. And see y'all tomorrow.